it's funny when people say to me now, why do you think you're so confident? I will always say this. I'm so confident because I know that I don't know everything. I will never try to show up as the smartest person. I don't come on this podcast with you and be like, wow, I can't wait to like throw out there the wisdom bombs and be so smart and no, I'm like showing up as me. You're either going to like it or you're not. And like, that's gotta be enough. Like I'm not nervous anymore because I'm not pretending. I'm not trying to be amazing. Like I'm really showing up as me. So if it fails, okay. If it does well, okay. Like there is no risk, because I think when we hold on so tight that we want to present ourselves in one way, that's when we don't have confidence, because we're always going to fail. But like, if I just come as me, what are you going to do? Tear me down? Like you can't, because I'm not trying to be something. So I know it sounds so silly, but it's like, the more you can just understand that bringing yourself is just all you got. I don't feel like, I don't feel there's any space I don't belong, no matter where it is.
Oh, 100%. And it's so funny because I literally, I wish I could pull up the clip. This question came up in my membership. I don't know if it was last month or the month before, and somebody asked me the question. I had the same answer. And I was like, when I just let myself be like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, instead of committing to try and knowing everything,
Yes.
I'm just going to decide like, oh, I actually don't know. And then nobody can like poke at me because I'm coming in with like, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I say it to people all day long. They'll ask me something, I'm like, oh, I don't know, but I'm smart enough to find out. Like I'll find out, or oh, wow, I've never done that before. Or, I mean, I think there's a sense of, and again, this is difficult, but when I'm not trying to prove to you something, I'm just totally at ease. It's like when I come in guns a blazing that I want to prove to you I'm something, I think I'm not coming in as me, because I'm either going to have like prepared statements that sound smart, or I don't know, have a different motive for things. And I'm like tired. I don't want to do that. I have no interest in that. And right? When somebody shows up, and isn't it so funny that, gosh, the people that want to appear so confident, it's almost like I can smell it. Like I can see immediately you are so not comfortable in your skin, despite that you're acting XYZ. And it's like, wow, I just want to like hold them on the shoulder and be like, put your shoulders down. Like, it's all right, and I don't know when we come to that in our life, but it's helpful when we do, sooner rather than later.
100%. Well, I know I hit a point for me. It was like my anxiety was just so high all the time. And I always was like on alert because I felt like people were trying to like poke at me. And I was like, why am I making this so much harder on myself than I need to, and that actually just opened up the space for curiosity. And I started to become a lot smarter because I was coming from a place of curiosity and I was learning so much from everybody around me.
Right. Well, instead of being completely intimidated by a lot of people, as we are, if we're lucky enough to be in a space, I always try to say to myself, no, I want to learn from somebody. So like, I'm going to be inspired by you instead. And like, what can I learn from you, instead of, I'm not good enough to be here, I'm not smart enough, I'm not whatever. Instead, it's just like, okay, no, I'm going to observe, and I'm going to soak it up, and I'm going to do all those things. And it just helps me because it leads to just a more peaceful life. I don't want to pretend, that whole phrase of fake it till you make it, which I said for years, is like, couldn't be further from who I am now. I don't want to fake anything. It's like, but our society doesn't allow for that, right? Like you have to be the best, you have to be the smartest, you have to be the prettiest, you have to be and like, none of us will succeed. We're just going to be met with failure.
Yeah.
So, I can't live that way anymore. It just suffocates me.